Hey everyone, it's Egwin here. Today I want to share a quick real-life story with you, and as so often, the story comes with a message as well. Now, a couple of years ago, I attended an award ceremony for companies who've been in a competition of who has the best company fitness and health program for their employees. At that award ceremony, a university professor who is a specialist in chronobiology and circadian rhythms and the effect of those things on the human body held a speech. Now, what is that? In the shortest possible terms, chronobiology is literally the effect of different rhythmical aspects that we have to do with in our lives. The biggest rhythm obviously would be a day or night cycle. So when does the sun go up? When does the sun go down? And how in relation to that do we go to bed? Do we go to sleep or wake up again and stuff like that? And obviously artificial lighting changes those original biological and circadian rhythms of the body, has an effect on our hormone levels, thus also an effect on how we can deal with emotions, with stress, and so on. So actually it was a speech that was, in my point of view, extremely simple and straight to the point. Now, obviously, as he was a university professor, he also used a couple of specialized terms, like, for instance, hormones or neurotransmitters and stuff like that. But still, it was a speech for completely regular day people, not for students. So it's definitely been held at a very understandable level. Today, a couple of years later, I've just been at the next one of those award ceremonies for these fitness and health programs in companies again. And I got the chance to talk with one of the organizers of that award ceremony. And we talked about this speech of that professor again. And what she told me was, yeah, they didn't do that anymore. They completely changed the whole setup because so many people sort of gave the feedback that speech was so extremely difficult and they weren't able to follow him. And at first I was like, whoa, what, really? Am I so far gone in this specialized world already that I don't realize if something is really not understandable for a regular day person anymore? And then I came to the conclusion actually that this speech was quite simple. And I've been there with a couple of other friends who did not study medicine, so who are more or less also regular people. And they all understood the message of this university professor perfectly. And so this is my message for you today. If you're in such a situation and someone presents you with information that is completely new to you, or maybe pushes your realm of perception a little bit, then maybe it's a good idea to focus on the message. So my message to you is choose to hear or see the message rather than being caught up in some specialized terms that you don't understand. Because even if specialists speak, in this case, in a public scenario, even if someone speaks very passionate about his or her specialized field of work or interest, if you're open and if you open your mind, your perception to a new possibility, then it's always possible to actually hear the message behind the words. And most of the time, those people actually transport that message extremely clearly, but our minds that are so trained to focus on detail, they get caught up in all those specialized terms that most people obviously don't understand because they don't have the training for. But specialists sometimes bring those specialized terms into a speech in order to also be interesting for other specialists that might sit in the audience and to display that they actually know what they're talking about. And that's a problem most specialists nowadays have. If they give a speech, you have to try to reach regular day people on one hand, and on the other hand, it's expected of you to bring in scientific terms in order for people to actually realize that you know something, that this using of specialized scientific terms nowadays is almost like social proof that this person knows what he or she is talking about. But it's actually your part as the person listening to choose to hear the message and not getting caught up in all details that you might not understand. And if you get interested in that field, no problem. Then you still have enough time and you can actually get into this field and you can become an expert as well. But try to focus on the message of a speech of professionals before you try to understand every single word they are using. So that's basically what I want to share with you today. To sum it up in one word, choose to hear the message over complicated details. And then, if you're still not sure whether or not you understood it, then ask questions. And that's a really important thing. And actually, each and every one of us has to do that from time to time, because each and every one of us is confronted with this aspect of having to talk to people or having to listen to people who come from an other field of expertise, who have other experiences in life. And so it's not always just about listening to someone who is talking scientifically. Sometimes it's just listening to a story from another human being. Once again, what counts is listen to the message and then ask questions afterwards if necessary. All right, with that, thanks a lot for watching today's episode. I wish you a wonderful time, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box, write me an email, contact me via Facebook, whatever. You can ask, right? See you. Have a wonderful time. Bye. Thank you.